As you can see, everybody, we've spared absolutely no expense in bringing you this display function, and today we're going to take a look at another cookie guys review. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crookix and the Mighty State of Us, bringing you this review of the NECA Toony Terrors Jason action figure animated version of the Friday the 13th series main character. As you can see, we're going to get started. We're going to excuse the props in the background, and we're going to do a little bit of set antimatics. And there you go. There's Jason in his natural state. Oh, you have a gift for us, Jason. What did you do? Oh dear. And you show that up to the... Oh dear, Jason, what have you done? If it wasn't bad enough that John just took it out. Yeah, well, as you can see, Jason brings to us a wonderful extended arm thus far in his articulation. The first thing I want to take a look at are his champer. Oh, you don't have any champers, do you? I love looking at champers there, Jason, but I don't think your mask comes off. So we're not going to bother you. Would you mind? Jason, could you please hand that to me? There you go. This will not destroy your backdrop. Oh, poor bugger. I don't think he made it. Well, let's toss that aside with Hammond. Okay, so today's review is featuring on this NECA Toys original creation using the license of the Friday the 13th, but animating it in a twist that is probably one of the most ingenious ideas I've seen yet. Why? Because as we get resituated here with the camera, I will tell you why. I have yet to see some of these main characters come out to looking like a cartoon, and all of a sudden we have this new idea. And if we go mobile here for a second, please excuse the camera work, ladies and gentlemen. Jason's making it a little difficult to get him into frame. So here we go. Let's start over right there. Okay, with a little bit of there we go, Jason. How you doing now? Is that better? Is that better for you, Jason? Okay, so we're trying to make sure that Jason has the right frame for photos for you right there. Jason comes with not as many points of articulation as the normal style ultimate line that NECA gives us. He comes with the basic articulation, and we'll start with his feet, since he doesn't have any champers first. Now if you look at his feet, alright, they're very well detailed. You can see that the shoes, even in themselves, have the covering of his pants gently ripped, as he's been doing a lot of miles on them, taking care of business, shall we say. We'll start here at the bottom, going down, and you'll see that he's even got a peg hole, which I really liked, and hope that NECA will one day create a play set that allows us to peg them together along with his trophies, you might say. And there is even a heel on the bottom there, and you've got this boot looking in a very distinct color, so you've got the chocolate look on there. And of course we go back down here and the pant leg itself. Now I want to show you the articulation on the feet. All right, we'll lay him down like he's got a body bag. Actually there is no. Oh, I was wrong. It looked like he's articulated because I've been playing with him for so much, getting that scene together. There's no articulation in the heels on the ankle joint there, so that's okay. Again, this is a limited articulation, but it's giving you a price point that is easy to pick up. Last I believe between $10 and $12.99, so that you can do stuff like this. You know, he wants to play soccer ball with his trophy that he had there for a second. He can drop the trophy he had in his hand, drop, kick, pump, and then it goes. So his basic articulation goes straight up, okay, and then it's going to come sit right back here. He can bend over if he has to for his back to pick up his trophies that he may have lost, and of course all the way back there. There's no knee articulation. It comes straight up like that. Oh, he's bending back. He's got a bad back, but he can do some calisthenics. Has to get warmed up and touch those tootsies. Let's see if we can get him to touch his tootsies up here. There we go. Can you touch your tootsies? Isn't not quite so. He's going to have a little trouble picking up his trophies, but I'm sure he has his minion assistance for that. Going up to the pant leg, you'll notice the sculpt goes really well with his knees, and a nice rip that again brings back the memories if you're looking at your animated television series of some sort. Even the same colors. Very good use of colors here by the NECA artisans, giving you that animated feel and including the backdrop there, reminding you of the old Saturday morning cartoons. Let's look at his hands. His hands are very detailed. He's going to show us. Thank you, Jason, for. He's had a manicure. We can't tell if he's done a pedicure, but he has had a manicure. And you can move the articulated hands all the way up. As he's asking for donations, I don't think you want to get on his naughty list. And then, of course, we're going to go back down here and back around. Okay, so his arm can go all the way around. Let's do some more exercise there. Jason, can you get there? Oh, I love the rip on the shirt. Look at that. Another rip. There's a sculpt again. Very good attention to detail, just giving us on between the rip on his shirt and then the rip down here at the base, just below the buttocks. All right. Very basic articulation. He can bend over for you, and he's even got pockets. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now that's attention to detail. Thank you, NECA, for pointing that out. Yes, there's attention to detail for his buttocks, and he can bend forward, and of course, back again. The shirt very well sculpted, as you can see, even with the wrinkles, but it doesn't hinder the movement of the figure. Believe it or not, you get your own figure. You there, oh, look at that, and he can do it back almost like in a movie. What was that movie where he's like dodging bullets? Whoa, there he goes dodging the bullets because, of course, he's Jason. And now let's take a look at his backside here as far as his head. Look at his head sculpt. Oh, there, I like the head sculpt here. Can you get in focus for me, Jason? Put your head right there. Ah, there you go. Actually, auto, bam. Now, if you look at his head, it looks very skin-like and appropriate. For the movie, if you remember correctly, he's got a bad noggin. He's had a few instances where life wasn't too good to Jason. But if you notice the attention to detail on the straps, holding his noggin compressed tightly within that ski mask. Hey, Jason does not have a problem. And I tell you what, those folks there, they at the Artisans NECA made sure that they worked directly to customize these ski masks for Jason. And I do hear tell there's props that NECA does make that you can have and put these on your own little noggin. So again, you want to be Jason, you can get a noggin. Look into NECA's website. They exist, even your local e-tailer. Let's turn him around. Turn around, Jason. Let's look at that collar. Oh, now I'll tell you what, Jason has to have the tailor in his back pocket. Now, we know we just looked at them, but I'm telling you, a little quip there. That's a very ingeniously sculpted shirt there. Look at the buttons. Almost as if I'm looking at a juicy a cake. They use the fondant. All right, now back to his shirt top there. And again, now this arm here is bent, and it allows for the hacking action. So if you want to have some, let's get out to the super zoom. And now let's give you the hacking action that he can do if he wants for this backside. Right. And you see there, and it goes all the way around. Now there's no wrist articulation despite what the collar, not the collar, but the wrist action there, right there. Okay. So on his hand there, he can move it around, move his machete so he doesn't hurt himself. And then come back around there. Now all the way around, coming up. Now there's one interesting point here I want you to note. The machete does come in and out of his, you can pull that in and out of his hand. Right there as he sits first. I like it in there, so I could pop it out real easily and put it back in. Now that's something you can't do with many figures, including the late Hammond over there, whose hand was having trouble holding whatever prop at the moment. But as you can see, Jason, on the other hand, has no trouble holding his prop, popping it around left and right. As you can see, it's not going to fall out. So if he's in one of those moments where he's got to take care of his victim, he wants to make sure they're taken care of expeditiously, well, Jason's not going to have a problem. All right, this weapon will not fail him in the moment of truth. So let's move on to Jason's noggin. Jason's noggin is highly sculpted and wonderfully detailed with the paint. As you can see, it has every single Aki O that you can think of, even his nose noggin. Now, what is interesting as I'm looking at these, very, very good attention to detail on the mask, but it does appear to be missing one nose hole there. Perhaps that was done intentionally by Jason. He customized it, or we'll have to look at another picture or pose. Now, there's instead of 2 holes for his nose. Not that it matters. I don't think Jason gives. Okay, in that case, you can look at there's only 1 instead of 2 nose noggin. The paint, I love in the marks. A lot of folks that I've heard read on the blogs that are saying they love that you get the paint just right, and I appreciate that. And then again with the mask straps there, if we get in a little closer, look at his mask straps. Come on, Jason. Poof. There you go. Look at that. incredible. Now turn him around so you can see where the straps meet up, where he customized, you know, that feeling. You've got to have that comfort, that thought, that feeling of love. A gentle mother's love, as if, you know, mom crafted it for him from the grave and told him, Jason, go out and make haste and take care of business. And of course, Jason continues to do so in the animated series that is now fictionalized in this storyline. So many more series to come. If you look on our website, and if you look on our social media, Twitter, Instagram, we've posted links for the series 2, which are coming out with his brothers in crime. You'll have Pinhead, Leatherhead, or actually I think he's Leatherface, but pardon me. And in addition to Michael Myers, oh looking wonderfully animated. And then of course series 1 there's Pennywise, and I believe there's Freddy Krueger. So Jason will not be alone in his monster party, and he can do the monster mash with his friends. Another thing I would like to show you is his neck action. Now there is articulation with the top of his torso and his noggin. So we're going to move it forward for you there, and then we're going to move it back, and then we're going to do side to side just a bit. It's limited, but again, the price point is right. You're getting something similar to what other competitors are now calling limited point articulated figures. Now that's okay, because again, the price point allows for younger collectors to display what they want to play with and have fun doing so. Remember that, display what you want to play and have fun doing so, and versus them just sticking in the packages, which reminds me of another upcoming review for the friends out of Trick or Treat. Excellent movie, just saw it last night to do research on it. So the next review, Trick or Treat Sam, and I'm telling you, oh boy, these collector friendly packages are becoming quite the talk about, because you can play with them and display them and then put them right back in then. So Jason is very animated about it. So you know, he's happy. And again, it's all in good fun. Now, if you look at his machete, it mimics, of course, if you look at that, the reflections just before that crucial moment of gleam against sunlight or against the dark night, where he's going to be over here and using it exactly how he pleases. So on both, now look at this now, attention to detail. On both sides, the paint scheme is wonderfully imp, right? Very good attention to detail. Give NECA credit, artisans over there, because you didn't just put it on one end. Some people kind of forget. So this again is the Tiny Tours, the Toony Terrors, excuse me, Jason Friday the 13th figure, available now at most of your e-tailers. He's going to take a little stand. Everyone takes a stand once in a moment, and Jason is ready. To arms. If you're going to listen to Jason, to arms. As we steady him back here for a pose. Oh, sorry, let's remove one of his victims. They've called the... Oh, there's another piece of one. They've called the corridor now. Cue the music, ladies and gentlemen. Comment, like, subscribe. If you've got suggestions, I do have a contest going for reaching 1,004, but we're close to 100. That's going to be a milestone, so I'm thinking might as well do another giveaway really soon, huh? How about that? Perhaps this figure here. You know, there's plenty about. Who wouldn't mind a loose figure to play with? Or put some ideas out there. Maybe I'll put a survey, see what kind of go to 100, and then eventually to the 1,000 is the prize mega pack. So we're having fun here, ladies and gentlemen, and we want you to do the same. Once again, another Cookie Cars review. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. This is Cool Kicks and the Mighty State of asking you to comment, like, subscribe, and out.